Good evening, everyone. We'll start in about 3 minutes. So please stay tuned and we'll start in about 3 minutes and we'll wait for the others. Meantime, can you please register if you haven't registered yet? Because at the end of the webinar, we are going to give you a free ebook on 1, 2, 3 Magic, Effective Discipline for Children. Sa mga hindi pa po nag-register, kindly register on this link posted in our chat box. And if you already have some questions, mamaya we'll have question and answer. Please feel free to put them in the inbox or in the chat box. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our webinar on stress-free parenting. My name is Crisanta. I will be joined later by Anataline. So we are delighted to see so many participants today. Actually, some of you are not going to make it, but they requested for this to be recorded. So you are from different walks of life, as I can see here, but we have one thing in common. We are all parents. So whether you are a seasoned parent or new mom or dad, we are thrilled to have you here with us. I know because some of you here are already lolos and lolas, and they want to also know about grandparenting. So, of course, we thank Clever Kids School Incorporated and Family Matters for making this event happen. We will have a dedicated question and answer session at the end of the webinar. So please feel free to ask your questions throughout the session using the chat box, and we'll address them during that time. So to get things started, let's have a quick icebreaker. Please introduce yourself in the chat and share your location. It's always exciting to see the diversity of our audience. Kanina, I already saw one here. Good evening from Bacolod, North State here. Oh, we have members from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Rona, Mommy Rona, welcome. Oh, we also have here, actually, Lee Haksu. We know him, and he's very passionate about parenting his children. Lee Haksu, welcome. He's from Korea. Kimberly from Baguio City, welcome. And Geraldine from Tacloban City. So we're all from all over the world. We also have here later on some guests from the United States. So bear with us. We'll be talking in English and Tagalog. So is it okay if we maybe somehow will talk in Korean? So good evening from Iloilo, Mommy Annalisa. All right, so thank you for being here with us. Now let us introduce ourselves. All right. And I'm happy to be here with me, my husband, Anataline. Let's have him over.
Hi.
There you go.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. All right. So let's see if I can do this. Next slide. There you go. So about us. So Anataline and I have been married for 18 years. We have children ages 17, 15, 13, and 10. 2 boys and 2 girls. We are both entrepreneurs. We have an online English center and just founded an IT business called Cranium Tech Solutions Incorporated. We are also family advocates. We are passionate in strengthening marriages, families, and homes. We had the opportunity to manage a shelter for sexually abused children just last year. And with the help of the social workers and the WCPD, we did rescue victims and were responsible for their rehabilitation, healing, and reintegration. We continue education and study marriage, family, and human relations with a goal to finish a degree in family and human services and eventually put up a family therapy clinic. Yes, so we have invited here with us our children to answer your questions in the Q&A session in case you need some thoughts from children's perspective. In their generations, in their generation right now, they call that POV.
Yes.
Their point of view. I don't know if you have heard this one. So let's start about parenting stress. Of course, that's our topic today, no? So what do we mean by parenting stress ba? And where does it come from? So here you can see that the distress you experience when you feel you just can't cope as a parent is what we call the parenting stress. The demands being placed on you are too high. You don't have the resources to meet them. I know some of you can relate on this. No, at some point in our lives, we experience this, or most part of our life as parents. No, and remember, we asked you when you registered for our webinar, your challenges. So
Yes.
first, let's talk quickly about the reasons for stress in parents. And here are your challenges.
Yes. So first, child with autism and special needs.
Yeah, some of you here, actually, these things you see on the screen are from you,
Yes.
the participants.
Yeah. The next one, the demands of running a household while to baby's needs. Temper management, I think lahat ng parents undergoing these gadgets. Of course, sino ba naman?
Yeah. Someone even asked where to buy more patience.
Yes.
If there is a shop, a store where we can buy more patience, I think there will be lots of customers.
Yes. Tantrums. I think tayo rin yata pinagdaanan din natin to when we were kids.
Yes.
Yes. Picky eater. Mas
Yes.
marami ngayon mga picky eater talaga ng mga kids. Teaching them write an alphabet, letters, and numbers.
Of course, this is stressful, lalo na sa mga hindi naman teachers, no, na
Yes.
parents.
Yes. And then the next one, answer sensitive questions from toddler.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of questions. Sometimes you don't know how to answer them.
Yes, we will talk later on as we
Yes.
go on regarding the undead. So sleeping routine. I think dumadami ang problem talaga when it comes to sleeping routine. And then breastfeeding to bottle feeding using formula.
Yes.
Long distance relationship with child because of work.
Yeah, especially those who are absent parents, no, because they have to work abroad or somewhere else to earn money.
Yes, or of course the future of our kids.
Mhm.
Child's self-esteem, dealing with their silence and understanding kids. Of course, yun yung tinatawag na we should have communication sa style natin. So we will be discussing that mamaya, okay?
Yes, and aside from these challenges you are facing right now, because these are actually from you, there are other reasons of stress, like having a child with a difficult temperament, no, very common. And of course, pinakamahirap, having a child with medical, emotional, or behavior problems. And having no support, being a single parent, we have friends who are single parents trying to work at home while taking care of young children. We have been doing this for like 18 years, like trying to
Yes.
work from home.
And later on, most of the things that we will be sharing with you is based on our experience and also experience in counseling din po sa shelter that we have managed kasi part of that is we do visits sa mga families ng mga victims and talk to them. So maraming pag-uusapan namin.
Yes, so most of the suggestions we will be giving you later on are from our 18 years
Yes.
of parenting. All right, so it's of course, if it threatens your ability to provide for your children, and if it makes you worry about your ability to keep them safe, healthy, and thriving, then it can contribute to parenting stress. There are a lot
Exactly.
more.
Yes, maraming factor talaga na na-stress tayo ng mga
Mhm.
parents.
Yeah, but still, whatever else you might do, you should reassure yourself that this isn't a reflection on your worthiness or competence as a parent. Don't ever think of that na, oh, it's a reflection of my competence, no? Remember that it is really important that you don't feel overwhelmed, fed up, or burnt out. We feel this, right? Not only because your well-being is intrinsically important, but also because it affects your parenting and your children. Now, the question is, how does stress affect your parenting? Very obvious naman, no? First, the obvious reason, we know that stress is socially contagious. Do you agree with that? It is socially contagious. Even if we don't intend it, our stressed out emotions tend to infect those around us.
Yes, exactly. It will really reflect sa outside appearance natin and the way we act, right?
Yeah, especially the mothers. I remember if I'm stressful, the other family members, the children, the husband would really be affected, no? The whole day. If you
Yes,
are
yes.
stressed the whole day.
So if you start your day na stress talaga, though, meaning to say your whole day from morning to evening, ayan na. So dapat we should really know how to manage those stress too.
Yes. And second, stress can make us less sensitive to our children. Yeah, less capable of tuning into their thoughts, feelings, and needs. Tama po yan. And ano yung result? This can be observed in your behavior or in our behavior as parents. For example, we overreact to our children, di ba? Kapag may mga nagawa silang mali, or become withdrawn and emotionally unresponsive. So remember this, if you're taking notes, if you're feeling overwhelmed, that doesn't mean you're an inferior parent. You've just got too much on your plate. That's important to remember because feelings of inadequacy, defensiveness, guilt, these feelings are making parenting stress worse. So let's try to avoid because they will make it worse. I mean, the situation worse. So earlier we talked about the reasons for stress in parents, no?
Well, I
So,
think, may pala, I think parents kasi we usually multitask, right?
yes.
Kaya most of the time it end up na stress tayo sa mga bagay-bagay.
Yes. But if you come to think of it, those things that we mentioned are all external factors.
Yes.
That means that they are beyond our control. But they do matter, yes. But do you know the main cause of your stress, fellow parents? What is the main cause of our stress? The main reason stress is caused by your state of mind.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is caused by your state of mind. So now we want to put things in perspective. This is what we learned in life. Na sometimes we really are so hard sa mga sarili natin, but we should understand that there is a word, transitioning.
Yes. Actually, ito yung pinaka-favorite namin na ini-explain sa kahit anong walks of life.
Mhm.
Meron talaga tayong transitioning. Sometimes kasi we really tend to think na, I think I'm undergoing sa
Depression
depression.
or burnout.
Yeah, burnout. Pero nagtra-transition lang tayo in the next stage of our life. Kagaya ng from birth to primary to and even in marriage and even relationship. Okay? So same thing being a parent. So nagta-transition tayo. And same thing as we take care of our children, nagtra-transition din. At please, pag-aaralan natin mamaya yung comparing. Sometimes kasi, yung transitioning, we tend to compare. So pag-usapan natin mamaya yan.
Yes, so life is full of transitions, nabanggit nga ni Anatoline. Parenting alone has many stages or phases, no? So, of course, change of any kind can cause what we call the transitional stress. Ito yung anxiety and emotions natin na that are altered kasi yung normal routine natin is disturbed. As our living environment shift, so do so many other things in our lives, no?
Well, I think especially iba-iba kasi tayo na-experience. Yung iba may isang anak, dalawa, tatlo. Yung iba boys lang, yung iba may girls. So iba-iba po talaga yung mga na-experience natin. I think yung mga isa lang yung anak or yung first baby natin, doon talaga nangangapa tayo how to really take care of our kids, kung paano natin sila palaki na. Pero as you can see, they were able to make it.
Yes. But do you know that there is stress in every stage? Kasi as we are raising those little humans, they are constantly changing, just like the weather has its seasons. Now, life and parenting are much of the same way. Our kids naturally go through seasons or stages of continual growth.
Yes.
So with each, of course, we're going to share you this stages of parenting. So we are aware na it's just fine. It's just fine to go through these emotions, no? Kasi with each different seasons, your children have different needs.
Yes.
And as you, the parents, have different responsibilities then.
So yung pinakauna talaga dito yung the discipline years.
Ages
right?
0 to 5.
0 to 5 po
Yes.
yan. Sometimes it nadi-delay depende sa situations natin in life, right?
Yes.
So yung pangalawa,
Teaching
Yeah,
years.
training years.
Training years.
5 to 12 years old itong time na to. Napaka-critical din yung stage na ito. I think yung stage 1 kasi nandiyan yung we teach them yung how to speak, how to talk. So, yan. So yung number 3, the coaching years, ages 12 to 18. And the last one, the friendship years, ito na yung nagiging empty nesters na yung
Yeah.
mga parents.
Pag adult na, of course, they have to live at home. Another stress din yun sa mga parents.
Sabi siguro na, how I wish nasa number 4 na.
Pero it's also stressful, like you feel really lonely na they are leaving you one by one, di ba?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
We talk to many friends talaga na empty nesters at nalulungkot talaga sila na wala na yung mga kids sila at na-miss nila yung stage 1 and stage 2. Sabi nila parang tagdaan lang yung stage 1 and stage 2 ng buhay namin.
Yes. So now, fellow parents, let us give you 10 tips for a stress-free parenting as we have been through all of these stages kasi our eldest daughter is going to be 18 next year.
Papunta na kami sa stage 3.
So except that we aren't empty nesters yet.
Yeah.
But eventually, we will.
Kaya nga nagkakaroon kami ng advanced learning sa mga friends namin. Kaya,
yung mga empty nesters.
Yes, para mapaghandaan namin yung time na yan.
Yeah. So, of course, number 1, there are 10 tips we are going to share with you for a stress-free parenting na personally, we actually live by these principles.
Again, based po ito sa experience po namin. Some of you, I believe may mga expert din na mga parents dito. Iba yung style ninyo or iba yung mga learnings ninyo. This thing that we will be sharing with you is based on our experience.
Yes, of course. The first one, we always advocate about this. Time. Practice being present with your children. Yes, be present. So for 10 years, you are your child's favorite person. Do you know that? You are their most favorite person in the world as a father or a mother. Pero after that, they will have new favorite people. They'll have best friends, girlfriends, boyfriends. They'll eventually get married, no?
Kaya nga, pag nakakarinig ako ng kwentuhan ng mga kids, sabi ni mami ko, sabi ni daddy ko, di ba? Tayo yung superhero talaga nila yung mga ages na yan. Hanggang dumarating na yung time yung mga anak ko, yung mga anak namin, Mom, my teacher said, my friend said, nag-iiba talaga no, yung as they grow, meeting more people around them. So, nag-grow yung mga bata talaga.
Yeah, so remember, be there and appreciate and embrace those 10 years. Sa mga fellow parents na may 10 years old and below, be there and appreciate and embrace those moments, no?
Yeah. Time flies so
Kasi
fast.
sometimes you are living deferred happiness plan eh. Yung for example, oh, I'm going to work really hard so I can be happy when I'm 40 or 50. Pero when you're already 40 or 50, they're not going to be 3 years old anymore.
Exactly.
Like they're going to be 13 and have best friends and not want to hang out with you anymore.
Yun yung pinakamasakit, right? Yung
Yeah.
na-thoughts natin na dapat mag-work ako ng 10 years ganito, okay na. Hindi na po pwedeng i-rewind yung time na nagdaan na sa mga kids natin.
Yeah, tama yun. Kasi after years, they're actually not going to think you're cool anymore.
Yes, yes.
Iba na yung cool sa kanila. So we want to be super, super present in their lives. And yung regrets, you also mentioned of regrets.
Yes.
Because, yeah.
One time, while having a meeting sa isang business partner namin, itong business partner kasi namin na ito, parati siyang nasa US. Every month, nasa US siya kasi yun yung way of life niya rin at yung business niya rin. Then sabi niya, alam mo, one thing na na pinagsisisihan ko, I spend less sa daughter ko. Kaya ngayon, hindi ako close sa daughter ko at saka sa mga apo ko kasi wala talaga akong na-spend na time. Parati talaga ako wala sa bahay. Kaya napakahalaga with your parents to set a date time para sa mga anak ko. It will be a part of their life. Magiging treasure po ito sa buhay.
Yes, in our church, we call that the family day. We have a family day set aside in each week. We also have family councils and dating with each of the child. Yeah.
Actually, kagaya ng pag-attend nyo ngayon, you choose to attend kasi may pinagdadaanan tayo, right, mga parents. Ganon din, we should choose to have a time sa mga anak natin. We are happy na that you are here right now, so we should really check our schedule and we should choose na itong time na to ay para sa anak ko, itong specific time na ito.
Yes. And of course, if we have time with them, very good time kasi we will have or they will have time to unplug from time to time. What do we mean by unplug? Unplug from technology. Technology is really good when it's used well, no?
Yes.
Pero we have an experience. Maybe we can share this, a question and answer mamaya. Yeah, but we came to a point when we had a detox, technology detox. Later on, we can share that. And we have here our children with us to talk more about that. Unplug from time to time. Next is, of course, avoid comparing.
I think ito yung challenge natin lahat po ng mga parents, lalo na when our kids started to go to school.
Yes. Remember to not make others your benchmark of success. Hindi yung standard mo of success is the others that you see. Bakit ba may comparing? Kasi there is a social media, di ba?
Yes.
Like,
or sometimes, sabi nga natin, yung grade or this world set a standard to specific something like this. Yeah. Sometimes, yung anak ko dapat may honor, dapat nakakapagbasa na siya ng ganito, dapat ganito na nakakapaglakad na siya. So, maraming standard na siniset itong mundong ito.
Yes. But as parents, we need to own our role and responsibility, not relinquish it to others in our family, our friends, or public opinion.
Yes.
Kasi remember that what works for another family may not work in yours,
Yes,
simply because different personalities and values and systems are at play there. We have different circumstances. At yung mga anak natin, they have different learning growth or progress.
Yes.
Mhm.
Based on our experience with our 4 kids, iba-iba po talaga. They have different way of learning.
Mhm. Our son, the second son, Amon, read later. Kasi yung mga girls namin, mas advanced sila magbasa. Pero we have another son na nakapagbasa a little later. At salita a little later sa age niya.
Honestly, nag-worry talaga kami during those years.
Mhm.
Pero when we learned about transitioning, okay, naintindihan namin na iba yung let of transitioning ni Amon.
Yes. Okay, the next one, fourth one is set house rules. This is very important kasi family rules help children understand what behaviors are okay and not okay.
Yes.
Hindi nakikiramdam.
Yes.
And every time na you're in the situation na hindi maganda, yun lang yung time na we teach them no. We teach them correct principles so they can manage themselves, right?
Yes.
Correct. Mhm.
Napakahalaga tong house rules, especially yung when pag newlywed tayo, di ba? So we should set a rules sa ini-start nating bagong family natin. The same pag meron na tayong mga kids.
Mhm.
Kasi we came from different walks of life. Iba yung culture ng husband natin o yung culture natin. So dapat magkaroon tayo ng specific rules. Magsisegue lang ako ng konti. For example, yung pagpapautang, ganito, may rules dapat doon. Ganon din sa pagpapalaki ng mga anak natin kasi ibang pagpapalaki nila sa atin. So ano ba yung gusto natin? The way how we take care of our kids.
Yeah, that's right po. Kasi as children grow, they will be in places where they have to follow rules. Diba? Following rules at home can help children learn to follow rules in other places. When they go to school, there are rules. So it is normal for children to break rules and test limits. So
Yes.
paano kung dumating yung time na they break rules? Remember this, fellow parents? If they break rules, the next slide. Okay, if they break rules and they test limits, of course, avoid,
Overreacting, criticizing, blaming, labeling, etc. Nakakalungkot, pero marami akong naririnig ng mga parents. We were outside pag nasa park kami. Maraming mga parents talaga how they react pag nagkamali lang yung mga kids
or
nila.
mauntog lang.
Yeah.
For example, mauntog yung bata, nag-overreact tayo. And so, yung bata mismo is nagpapanik, di ba? So, we also often notice the mistakes our children make, no? More than the good that they have done. Ewan ko bakit. Mas madaling manotice yung mistakes nila more than the good that they have done. And we are quick to point it out sa kanila, to them.
I think it's a wonderful time na start na natin yung new kinds of culture. Kung ang dating culture natin ay mas nakikita natin yung mga pagkakamali ni natin, I think we need to understand na lahat naman ng mga kids, lahat tayo nagkakamali, and yun, they will grow from that sa pagkakamali na yan.
Yeah, we often hear of constructive criticism, di ba?
Exactly.
They need it. And it's true, our children do need to learn from their mistakes and improve from feedback. Kailangan yun.
Naisip ko lang, kanina pa tayo, naririnig kaya tayo.
Yes, I think
I hope
they can hear
naririnig niyo
us.
po kami.
Yeah. Okay. It is important then not to overdo it and not to neglect their great need for affirmation and approval. Napakahalaga yon. Pero kasi as Filipinos, ewan ko sa Korea kasi we have a Korean here. We have a culture that we are not that expressive, no?
Mhm.
Thank you, Carrie. It's loud and clear. So, do find ways to encourage and praise your children every day. No? According sa experts, we should communicate at least 5 positive messages to our kids for every negative one. Madali ba yun? Mukhang mahirap, no?
Parang ang hirap para sa atin nun.
Kasi minsan, we don't have the vocabulary. Siguro, let's improve as parents. Let's learn the positive vocabulary. Kasi minsan ang mga vocabulary na meron tayo yung mga negative, no?
Yes.
So why not learn positive words?
I think Americans are really good when it comes to saying positive words.
Yeah, I really admire Americans kasi they're
Yeah.
really positive. When you see them,
It's
you look
normal.
lovely today. Di ba ganyan sila? Pero tayo mga Filipino, iba yung culture natin like, oh, tumaba ka or something.
Iba
That's
yung,
our way of...
iba yung way natin, no? So I
Yes.
think we need to somehow change yung mga bagay-bagay na yan. Especially sa tayong mga parents, no? How we deal with our kids.
Yeah.
Kung ayaw natin ma-stress.
Yes. Remember then, parents, na whether it is screaming at your child in public or taking to Facebook with a rant against your toddler who is driving up in the wall or doing something na ayaw ninyo, think twice before making your personal life so public. Kasi di ba yung mga parents very stressful na they rant yung feelings nila sa public, sa Facebook, ganyan. And do you know that it has potential damaging effects sa inyong mga anak?
It is a
Especially their self-esteem.
psychological impact sa buhay po ng mga anak po natin. For now, hindi po natin nakikita, but in the long run, mapapansin po natin na there will be something wrong sa buhay nila if we will do that parati po sa
Yeah.
mga anak po
Hindi lang
natin.
naman sa mga anak, even sa mga husband natin.
Exactly.
Di ba? Or sa friends. You never know who is watching or who is reading what you post. So, such things are really best kept sa siguro within the family or to be dealt with in the
Yes.
privacy of your home.
Yes. I think kung hindi naman natin talaga mapigilan, let's find expert that we can talk with rather than posting it sa public.
Yeah, and the best thing to do na lang is to leave disciplining and the long talks when you have some privacy na lang or space sa bahay.
Me time.
Yeah, ganyan. Para sa lahat, no? And of course, ito yung pinaka gusto namin na i-share this evening. What we call the calm parenting or practice calm parenting.
A challenge to sa atin ng mga Pinoy.
Kasi this is a new approach actually to raising your kids.
We attended a webinar then from Utah yung nagbigay nito. I think it was 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, a 2-week course that we attended about sa calm
Sabi na,
parenting.
very challenging talaga and to really be a parent na calm.
Yeah. So in this age, we should also be open sa new approach to raising our children. Kasi ano ba yung old school parenting? I think Koreans, we have the same culture with Koreans. The old school parenting techniques, ano yun? Yelling or threats or punishment, di ba? Sino yeah.
I want to be calm, but my two boys are never
Okay, let's
calm.
talk about that later.
later.
You're right. Okay. So I think Koreans also had this punishment thing before years ago, just like us, no? But calm parenting doesn't make you feel powerless, terrible, or anxious, guilty, or stressed out as parent. That doesn't make your kids cry. Ito kasi yung result. Lose their confidence and self-esteem.
Yes.
Instead, ito yung result ng using no yelling tools to get to your kids to listen, cooperate, and pay attention to you because they like, love, and trust you. Because they want to, not because they have to. Kasi if we use threats or punishment, they just follow because they are afraid, di ba? They are scared of you.
I think we can share sa experience po namin. We have, meron kaming tinulungan na parents dito kasi problema talaga yung anak niya, yung boy na shinare niya, we talk to yung sa anak niya and we talk din sa parent na ito. And then we challenge her to change yung style.
Yes.
Kasi yun yung style niya from yung first na anak niya, ito nga, itong bunsang anak niya. And then, you know what, dear parents, in just 1 week, nakita namin yung result sa life nilang mag-ina. Truly, itong practice calm parenting, very challenging siya, pero magkakaroon po ng immediate result po. Makikita po natin sa mga kids po natin.
Yeah, you try it. We give you a challenge. Kasi if the punishments, threats, threatening, and all were not so effective, why not try, di ba?
Sometimes expected na nga nila yun. Papaloy na ako ni mami, sisigawan na ako ni mami. So alam nila na yun yung style natin eh.
Yes. So why not try a different approach this time? So that is a challenge, no?
Actually, sabi nga namin, it took us 2 weeks para lang po sa calm parenting. Ibig sabihin, lahat po na pinag-usapan natin, kung pag-uusapan talaga natin siya ng by detailed, iba po talaga. Ibang time talaga siya.
Okay. So next, there are 10 that we're going to share. No, nasa 7 na tayo before the question and answer. Seek opportunities for fun. We love fun. Yeah.
But sometimes, a challenge dahil nga sa generational gap.
Yes.
Tandaan po natin, iba na po yung generation ngayon. From millennial, Generation Z, iba yung style of fun nila. Pero kung ang style po natin ay nasa baby boomer style, hindi yun makaka-connect sa mga kids po natin. So seek opportunities for fun. At we can discuss that during our family time. Kaya dapat mahalaga yung family discussion and family time. Then your thoughts.
Yeah, but basically you can choose activities to do with your kids that make you happy.
Yeah.
Simply make you happy. For example, kung mahilig kayo kumanta, do karaoke, or if you love sports, then you play sports. Ganyan, chess.
Yeah.
Or kung mahilig ka if you're a bookworm, you read to your kids, then discuss the book.
Yes.
Yeah, there are a lot of opportunities now. And 8, remember to relax and recharge. Of course, you have to take time for yourself every day,
Yes.
even if it's just an hour in the evening after the kids go to bed, di ba?
Yes.
Yun yung pinaka-precious moment when they're already asleep. They're already,
I think
Ano
the
ba?
hardest part dito yung discipline para magkaroon tayo ng relax and recharge.
Mhm.
So kailangan natin i-really divide yung time natin. Alam naman natin yung rules, right? 8 rules. Pero mahirap talagang gawin yung 8 hours sleep, 8 hours na work, 8 hours. I-divide din natin yan sa sarili natin, sa family natin, or sa kids natin.
Right. So, it's important to have time to reset as a parent. Like, we can reset kasi we actually get tired, no? We are not robots now, we don't get tired. We get tired.
Yes.
Kailangan we get exhausted, lalo na kapag we have children with special needs, that's double. We double the effort.
Actually, we do that regularly sa family namin, especially once a year, meron kaming tinatawag na evaluating and replanning. Tapos, nagre-recharge kami every time. For example,
Once a
school.
month.
Pag natapos yung grading, we really take time, schedule yung recharging namin as a whole family.
Yes. So at day's end, get a good night's sleep. Napakahalaga yung sleep. Kanina, one of the challenges of the parents here na na-share natin is yung sleep deprivation, no?
Yeah.
It really affects sa stress ng mga parents.
The whole system of your body will pagkulang.
Yes. And of course, last 2, ask for backup when you need it.
Yes.
If you feel overwhelmed at times, don't be afraid to ask your lolo or your lola ng mga bata, di ba?
Yeah, safe
For help.
place pa. Basta it is safe for our kids, then we really should acknowledge na kailangan ko talaga ng tulong at this point of time.
And if you think you're the only parent doing that, ask your spouse. Kasi baka naman may spouse, I don't know if you have here some spouse na hindi tumutulong. Of course, a single parent, you really are alone, di ba? Pero you have a lot of support around you. Pero kung may asawa ka nga, pero parang wala. May asawa pero walang wala, like absentee, ganyan. That's really hard. So tell your spouse to help. Okay, and
The last one.
na-mention mo rin kanina na if you find yourself feeling excessively and continuously worried or stressed out, ask for healthcare provider or ask for a professional help. Napakahalaga po yun.
Ito yung concern natin sa mga Pilipino. When we seek professional sometimes, yung dilemma na so, I hope na pag hindi talaga natin kaya, we need to ask sa help ng professionals. At marami na po ngayon sa online that you can check. Meron na nga pong online consulta, right?
Yes.
So marami na pong resources online. Yun yung ginagawa po namin.
Right. And lastly, this is, okay, yung pinaka-highlight namin kanina is calm parenting, and this is another highlight that we want to share to you. Simply live life, simplify.
Yeah.
Simplify life. There are a lot of, kumbaga, complications na ang tawag din.
Yes. Because of social media or because of the online right now, we tend to do a lot of things. Sana puntahan ko to, sana magkaroon ako nito, sana heto rin may experience. You know what?
Or sana yung anak ko mag-kumon,
Yes.
mag-taekwondo, or do a lot of activities. Di ba? We have those.
Yes.
Stress.
Yeah. Naalala ko, pinanganak po ako sa farm talaga at halos buong buhay namin nasa farm. But we have a simple life. Kumbaga, yun yung nakatulong ngayon sa personality ko as a father, as a spouse, because of what I have learned sa years na yan sa farm. We can be happy kahit na sa bukid lang talaga, kahit na nanguhuli ng mga gagamba. So, maraming bagay that we can make our life simple. At iba-iba po yan talaga sa experience natin or sa situation natin right now. Pero napakahalaga talaga na i-detox natin yung buhay natin at we choose to be happy sa circumstances of what we have. Ibig sabihin, mag-start tayo kung ano man yung meron tayo ngayon. Hindi yung wala tayo. Gusto ko maging simple kasi ganito. No. So ano yung simple?
Start with what you have right now.
Start with what you have. Wag na po nating hanapin yung wala.
Yeah, I start with what you have. Yeah, that's really helpful, no, to
Yes.
to live a simple life. But it doesn't mean you don't plan. You don't make goals. No,
Yeah.
you still have to make goals, but do not be so stressed out. Na majority of your time you're thinking of the future. You're not living your present life.
Running more than
Your strength. Yeah. Okay, now as we promised earlier, sa question and answer portion natin, we have here with us our children who will
yes.
help us answer some of your questions. You may now unmute if you have
Yes
some
po.
questions.
We're open for question and answer po.
Yes. Kung may mga tanong po kayo, specific things that you want to learn. I mean, there are some questions here na actually sabi ni Lee Haksu said, I want to be calm, but my two boys are never calm. So actually, calm parenting is a skill.
Yeah.
But you cannot learn that overnight. It takes practice. Kapag skill, when we talk about skill, that means that you can practice it, right? So that would mean that it takes time and effort. So if we practice that calm parenting, then I know that it will give good results.
Yeah. And we need to really understand yung stages talaga. There are stages that our kids are not really calm, talagang malilikot, especially when we have yung generally pag may boys ka talaga. Yeah. Malilikot yung mga boys, maingay yung mga boys. Based on our experience, our boys, dumating yung time, I think when they reach 8, right?
Yes.
Yan, doon na dumarating yung time na hindi na sila kagaya ng dati.
Yes. They already passed through the transitions, the
Yes,
stages that we
nag-transition
talked
sila.
about a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so are there other questions po that you would like to ask? Okay, how could we make siblings care for each other without rivalry? Actually, we have here, as I mentioned earlier, we are grateful for Clever Kids School Incorporated in partnership with Family Matters for making this event happen. And we
Yes.
have here Dr. Emelisa Mones with us, who can also help us answer because answer
Yes.
some of your questions because
Lucky to have
she
Dr.
has successful children already.
Many years of experience.
Yes, and in your registration, one of you mentioned of grandparenting then. They know how to do some successful grandparenting.
Well, I think Sarah wanted to answer that. I'll just
do you want to answer that, Sarah? How could we make siblings care for each other without rivalry? Can you answer that?
Actually, rivalry is really common in siblings.
Okay. Okay, can you make it louder? Okay, I have here our eldest, Sarah.
Yeah, right. Sibling rivalry is really common in siblings, so you don't really have to worry. But to help them bond with each other, what's really important for us is our family times together, because those are the times where we really connect. And there are ways where siblings connect with each other, like their talents or skills, or with the things that they like to do. Because for me, when I connect with my siblings, I do their stuff like in arts. I help them with their projects, and it also helps us bond that way. And with my siblings, we help each other with music. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So bottom line, what Sarah was trying to say is that it's common. I just don't know why all of them want something at the same time. I think it's just like how do you call that? Murphy's law. Like they want it, but nobody at first nobody likes it. But if someone liked it, everyone will like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really common. So that's a really a good suggestion, Sarah. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Lee Haxu said, I also need to share that with my parents. Okay, thank you. Okay, you can leave your messages or you can also speak. Yeah, we would love to hear your voices. But if not, you can also leave your questions.
Yeah.
We have like 15 minutes more to answer your questions. May mga tanong po yung iba?
Magtanong lang po. Alright.
Okay, about gadgets.
maganda pag-usapan yan about gadgets.
Yes, kasi yun yung mga challenges nila.
Yes, kagaya po ng share po namin sa inyo, we are in the business and the industry po ng online for 18 years na. Ganon kahaba po talaga. Without online, we don't know what will happen to us. But dumating yung time talaga, a really drastic move that we need na mag-detox. And we decided talaga na walang any related sa online for technology for 6 months. So it's really hard for us, pero nakatulong po yun sa family po namin
Yeah.
na mag-detox.
Yeah, it depends on the needs of your family.
Yes.
Kami kasi we thought 6 months is good for us kasi for many years ito yung business namin online. Our children were exposed sa technology for many years since the start of our marriage. You can even detox for a week or 3 days. It depends on your needs, but that's our inspiration. Unplug. Just a very simple suggestion that we had earlier. Just unplug from time to time.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? You want to share something? Okay. Our children. Okay. Sarah wants to share something about the gadget. Both of them. Also, our youngest, Ella, 10 years old, who's studying at Clever Kids, has also something to
It's
say.
okay, you can say it.
Yes.
Here.
Okay, make it louder so they will hear it.
I think they should just get like 1 to 2 hours of watching and stuff. But you also gotta something. You have to monitor what they watch because there's some kid shows that are not really good.
Yeah.
So there's some recommendations.
Okay. And also, you should also help them find activities or hobbies that they can do without the gadgets. Like, for example, there are different ways like reading, doing arts, music, just anything not including the gadgets.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, it's really hard at first, but if you try that suggestion, it will really make a difference. At first, it's really hard kasi sometimes the gadget will make them stop right away, right? If you give them gadgets, that's the easiest way for them to go to the corner and then stay quiet while you are working.
Yeah.
But it really takes time to actually expose them to other activities.
And actually doing that will ruin the child's patience. They won't be patient anymore.
Yes.
And what else am I going to say?
Yeah, there are signs kasi of gadget addiction. If you think your child is one of these, then I think you will need some support, some help. First one is if you see that your child is not patient anymore, yung temper niya is already very short. And number 2 is
When they are hungry after they
when they are hungry after they watch,
or when you took away their food.
when you take away their phones. And number 3, another way to see that your child is addicted to gadget or technology is that they easily get angry, they're anxious,
Yeah.
of the things that are happening. Like if they're already their work, they cannot function anymore. So we have actually a book, a digital cocaine book. This is from Brad Huddleston. Brad Huddleston wrote this. We met him in person. That gadget addiction is the same with using cocaine because it produces the same chemicals in the brain. So maybe we'll have another topic for this next time.
Yeah.
Digital technology or digital cocaine. Oh, okay. Ashton asked, how did you teach them realize what is true and be conscientious? I think our children can help us answer this. But how did we teach them what is true? Maybe the principles. Do you have anything in mind? Like the standards that we have? Because in the world there are a lot of voices, no?
Oh.
So maybe this is the the question.
You
Um,
you are not affected.
There are a lot of voices around the world because, you know, we homeschool our children for some years. Pero when we enroll them again and they're back to traditional schooling, we somehow had worries na, the voice of the world may affect them. Okay, Amulek, can you please share? Okay, Amulek has something to say about that.
Hello.
Louder.
Louder.
So about the question, what are some of the activities? Wait, how did you teach them realize what is true and be
Conscientious.
conscientious? So I think awareness is really important, and in a young age, like maybe 5 or something, kids. That's when kids are developing their standards and ideas, and if their parents in that age are already making them aware and known of these types of stuff, then they can be not easily influenced by others when they're growing up.
And also,
Okay,
helping them with
wait
their
here. Okay, so Sarah has. Okay, that's Amulek, our 13 years old, who also graduated from Clever Kids. Okay,
Oh.
this is Sarah.
and helping them more be empathetic and learning from other people's perspective instead of experiencing things themselves. Because I learned that if you're more empathetic and seeing other people's sides, it's like you're experiencing their experience and it helps you with your standards like
Yes.
that.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for those answers, kids. Do you have addition?
Yeah.
Okay. Natalie is back.
Well, actually, very challenging yung pagturo ng what is right and what is wrong sa mga kids. Like, I remember yung isang story when the tiger and I think, monkey, they are quarreling what is the color of the sky yata. And then parating ini-insist ng monkey na it's green, it's green, it's green. Pero alam naman natin na it's not green.
It's blue.
It's blue, di ba? Pero in reality, sabi nga namin napakahalaga to really set a culture in our home and continue on the stages in teaching our kids. Huwag po tayong magsasawa. Kasi there will come a time that they will go out to the comfort zone sa bahay natin and they will really apply that. So let us continue to teach them the right principle na gusto nating ituro sa kanya. For example, yung basic ng pagmamano, pag-oo, opo mama, opo papa, yung mga basic na yan. And you will be amazed as they apply that sa outside. Makikita mo talaga yun. One time, we have this experience kasi noong pumunta na sa regular school, yung mga kids namin. And then, dahil nga ako ay PTA president sa entire school ngayon, and nakausap namin isa sa mga teacher ng anak namin, yun ay si Amon. Si Amon is grade 9, right?
Going to grade.
Yes.
Moving up.
Hindi natin alam talaga kung if our kids are doing the right thing pag nasa school sila, right?
Or they're just doing what they are told,
Told,
sa
right?
bahay.
Pag nasa bahay. And then, actually, medyo kinakabahan ako nung tinanong, Ma'am, kumusta po yung anak namin, si Amon, sa school, sa class nyo? And ito yung sinabi niya. Na-touch ako sa sinabi niya. Alam niyo po, sir, ma'am, si Amon po yung pinaka-honest po na estudyante ko. And hearing that from yung teacher po niya, sabi ko, ma'am, baka naman sinasabi niyo lang kasi ako yung one. No, sir, siya po yung
He
pinaka-honest
never
po.
cheats.
Yeah, hindi siya nangungopyo, he never cheats. Siya yung pinaka-honest na bata na estudyante ko. And imagine po, napakarami po niyang students po yung teacher na ito. And let us continue to teach. Wag po tayong mapapagod, wag po tayong mag-i-end, magsasawa. It will really have a fruits sa labor po natin, for
Yes.
sure.
Okay, next question. We'll have 3 more minutes now. Can you help me? What are some of the activities need to be engaged for 11-year-old hyperactive child? Oh, you're welcome, Brother Ashton. So,
Thank you.
can you help me? What are some of the activities need to be engaged for 11-year-old hyperactive child?
Oh, no.
11-year-old.
And Amon can also.
Amon, okay, Amon hasn't talked yet. Ellis goes first. they're excited to answer these questions
Okay.
instead of us. Okay, Ella, come here. Okay, Ella is 10 years old.
Yeah. So I was finding what I really want to do. Like my siblings helped us to try. Try. They did help me actually. For Sarah, she's more on the artsy side.
Yeah.
She showed me arts and stuff.
Mhm.
I like arts and crafts. I like gluing stuff.
How did you find out?
We're exploring.
Actually, I kind of took Sarah's stuff.
Okay,
but
if there are
I like
hyperactive,
arts and stuff.
Yeah.
are arts helpful?
actually,
Okay,
yes,
come here.
because hyperactive,
Come
they're
here.
also highly imaginative. Because I was also like that back then. I imagine a lot of things. I daydream, and I'm really bad at focusing. So what really helped me is arts, and it really helped me like bring out my imagination and draw the things that I imagine. So I don't have to be so hyperactive. Yeah, that's what helped me.
Oh, so cute. Lee's son, Hax's son is so cute. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, have something else?
For hyperactive and stuff, Amula showed me
Showed you what?
martial arts.
Martial arts.
Now,
Okay, I'm gonna get
Actually-
something to say.
It's very good.
When I was 11, it was during the pandemic. So we didn't really go outside and everyone was just focused in the internet. So I was really heavily influenced by the internet. And um, since I was heavily influenced by some influencers, I just took that and then I started making my own YouTube videos like skits and sketch comedy. So I think the best way to help them find their interests is to keep pushing them to explore new areas, new communities, and then maybe sometimes they like those areas, and then maybe if they don't, at least when they don't like it, at least they have experience. They can say that they have experienced those communities, and at some point they will stop and they will find something that they like ahead.
Okay, Aman, you have something to say?
Some good
Move here.
some good activities need to be engaged for 11-year-old hyperactive child is alternative activities. So we generally want to consider the 11-year-old child's interest. I mean, so if he is interested in music, for example, we could also push him, like what Amnek said, to what he wants. For example, playing the piano. Playing the piano is really hard actually. Doing it too much can burn you out, like doing 8 hours. So 3 hours is enough. And yeah, just keep pushing them.
But
Yeah, that's Amon. He likes music, so Amon is really more on our tech guy, so he's exposed in technology. But when he started learning the piano, it made a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what we mean by
Come here.
push,
Okay.
we don't mean like force them, but like not forcefully.
Come
We
here, come
mean
here. They don't see it.
supportively.
Force
Like,
them supportively, not forcefully. Okay.
yeah, not forcefully. Because it won't make it fun and they won't want to try new things. Because if you help them in a more gentle way and more fun way, then they will want to explore new things.
Oh, okay. Oh, see, so we have our children with us. I think they answer questions better than us. Okay, so it's already 7 o'clock. Thank you, everyone. But before that, I think we have some more, two more slides. Actually, we believe. Okay, can we have Daddy already here? Sorry. Okay. The last tip we have with you is to connect with fellow parents, and this is what we want to advocate. So I think support groups are very helpful. We can actually, from this group, we have 20 something, 20 plus who registered. From this, we can create a support group because connecting with fellow parents, especially with those the same age with your children, really helps. Because you'll find that you're not alone. So you're all in the same boat. And lastly, we know that parents receive inspirations.
So having kids, having children is really a gift. Always remember that Jesus Christ is our partner in raising our kids. Kung lahat man ay mapi-fail yung mga iwanan tayo ng mga friends natin, but Jesus Christ will not really fail us. We believe in our 18 years of marriage, we receive direct inspiration from God kung paano namin palalakihin uniquely in our style sa family namin, yung mga kids namin. And you will receive inspiration. Start to pray and ask our Heavenly Father for inspiration. And sabi nga sa Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ which is strengthening me. And really, this is a testimony to our family that through Christ, we were able to overcome those challenges, yung early stage ng buhay namin na mag-asawa, with our kids. Hindi po siya madali. The journey sa gusto natin na maging masaya na family, hindi po talaga madali yung journey na yan. Pero it becomes a sweet yung journey na yan as we look back. Wala po talaga kaming pinagsisisihan na pinagdaanan namin yung mga hirap na yun because that makes us who we are right now.
Yes, and we know that only happy parents can generate a happy generation. So only parents who are free from stress can teach their children to live a stress-free life. And we really are grateful for our Savior Jesus Christ because with Him we can do all things.
And we are open for your suggestions if ever that you have your own unique style of raising your kids para stress-free. You can also share us your experience, yung mga habits na ginagawa po natin sa family po natin. And again, thank you for the opportunity to share with you our own style of parenting, yung basic parenting na ito.
Yes, and before we end, I'm not sure if Dr. Ramones wants to say something, but moving forward, we're going to have other webinars like this. And also, we would like to invite you in the info sessions that we're going to have in the next day. So, Dr. Ramones, would you like to say something, po, like closing remarks, or okay? So yeah, because he hasn't slept, I think, and they have a different time zone. Doctor
it's
is
in
in New York.
Yeah, right.
So thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you again next time.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, okay. Can we have a picture taking first?
Yeah, pala.
Yung iba, I think, are already busy, so they already left. But can we have a picture taking? Okay, I'll stop
Somehow.
sharing. So we have
In your own screen.
okay, there.
In your own screen.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go. We
okay.
have some friends here. Okay, I'll remove this.
Yeah, exit na yun, but it's okay.
Yeah, the others have already exited, but okay. Just wear your best smile. Okay, one.
Ayla.
Okay.
One.
Mhm. Okay, 1, 2. There. Okay, 1, 2. Okay. Thank you, everyone. See you again next time. Bye.
So, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I answered all of the questions.